I'm going to talk about another product called SalesAnywhere. So SalesAnywhere is a mobile sales solution for Sage 300. So with this app, salespeople can actually create sales transactions when they are outside of the office, maybe at the customer site or at trade shows, or even create or take orders and generate invoices at pop-up stores. They can create transactions remotely and post them to a Sage 300 online real time. And so they do not need to actually wait after back into the office and then enter those transactions into the ERP system. The app covers the entire sales cycle from quotations to sales orders and invoices. There's ability to record payments as well, and all the way to the dunning function, which is reminding customers of their late payments. For all the transactions, documents can be generated and delivered right away to customers through popular apps such as email, WhatsApp, WeChat, Line, etc. Basically, any app installed on my phone that can handle PDF files. So for salespeople, it would be great to be able to create and send quotations instantly in front of customers, and probably even before the salesman leave the customer's office. They can create orders and invoices and then post them directly into 300. And then if payment is involved, for example, let's say if the customer makes a down payment after when ordering, these payments can be captured as well and get posted into AR as AR receipts. And then lastly, the dunning function. So normally the dunning process is actually done in the back office, like someone in the office would periodically once in a while generate customer statements to chase for late payments. But then a lot of companies would not pay commissions to salespeople if the customers did not pay the invoice. So with SalesAnywhere, the salesperson now has the tool to proactively chase for late payments of their customers. Some of you might have seen SalesAnywhere when it was initially released as version 2018. In the current version 2019, besides replacing the Windows desktop with the Android app, there are actually other features added in this version as well. First, the ability to show product images. So imagine the ability being able to actually show what products look like to customers on the phone. It's actually pretty easy. And then another feature is capturing customer signatures if the transactions involve a shipment or invoice. And then you can also link SalesAnywhere users to a salesperson set up in AR. So after the linking, all the transactions created by that user will link to that particular salesperson. And then you can limit customers a SalesAnywhere user can see. So for example, say I'm a salesperson and I'm assigned a group of customers. So in SalesAnywhere, I should not or do not need to see other customers. I should not be able to see the entire customer list in AR. I should be able to see only my customers. The same thing applies to items as well, IC items. So if I, as a salesperson, normally sells only a group of items, I should be able to see just those items in the app. And then the last thing is you can limit IC locations a user can use in SalesAnywhere. So for example, maybe I am a salesperson located in Singapore and I'm not supposed to create orders that will be shipped from a warehouse in KL, for example. Then with this feature, I would not be able to create wrong order by mistake. Okay, so without just explaining all of these in PowerPoint, let me show you what the app looks like. Okay, this is SalesAnywhere. What you're seeing on screen is the SalesAnywhere app running on my phone. The first thing I want to do is create a quotation. So I select quotation. This is the list of customers, and you can see I'm only seeing the customers I'm assigned to take care of. I'm not seeing the entire customer list in AR. Let me choose the first customer, Mr. Ronald Black. And then I can add items to the quotation. If images are set up, I can see the images of the products here. And I can also switch to a larger view to be able to see the images more clearly. So let's say I select a few items from this list and then click OK. These are the items added to the quotation, and I can of course go into the different lines. For example, the first one, and say the quantity, the customer wants 5 of this, and then maybe another item, the customer wants 10 of these items. Okay, what I can do here as well is I can just long press any line and then look at the detail, and it actually shows stock availability of this particular item. So I can first check if the stock is available before I send out this quotation to the customer. Okay, so once I'm done selecting all the items and putting in all the quantities, I can click Post and confirm. What happens now is the app would connect to a web server, and the web service there would actually connect into Sage 300 and then post the quotation right away into Sage 300. Now the quotation is already posted in my system, and I can click View to see the completed quotation document with the correct numbers and also the total at the end. Now I can also click share and then basically send it to the customer right away. These are all the apps installed on my phone that can handle PDF files. This time around, I can just choose WhatsApp, quick and easy, and then send it to the customer called Tony. Okay, so you can see that the quotation is already sent out and Tony actually received it right away. Okay, and then I can also create sales orders, regular orders through the sales function, and it works exactly the same as quotation. So I'm not going to repeat that now. Next, the scenario is imagine I am a person driving a van who deliver goods to customers based on orders. When I get to the customer site, I can use the document inquiry function, look up the order I'm delivering. So I'm delivering this order 177. These are all the items I need to deliver for this particular order. So once I'm done, I can click Post and then confirm. I can choose between creating a shipment document or shipment plus invoice. So let's say if I choose invoice, and then I can hand over the phone and ask the customer to sign because they received the goods already. So the customer signs, click OK. The shipment and the invoice will be generated inside Sage. And now the invoice is generated. I can also view the invoice. Here you can see the invoice together with the customer signature on it. And then, of course, I can do the same thing as sending it out to the customer now. Okay, now since I'm actually delivering the goods, generating the invoice on the spot, a cash on delivery sale, and the customer actually pays me cash. So I can also record the payment here. This is the total, $302, and the customer is paying by cash. And then I can post the receipt. And now the receipt is already recorded in AR as AR receipt 47. So very simple and easy and quick. Okay, and I'm done. The next thing I want to show you is the dunning function. So if I choose dunning, I can see all my customers and also their average days to pay. So this is sort of like a hint or an indication that whether those particular customers tend to pay late or not. So if I choose a particular customer, let's say Ronald Black again, and it would go look up all the overdue invoices based on the AR aging periods. So it will be in different tabs. The first tab is less than 30 days. I can see there's no invoice here in sample data, which is overdue for less than 30 days. I switch to the second tab, nothing for 1 to 2 months. And then I scroll to the third tab, I can see there's one invoice within that period. But then if I go to the last tab, which is invoices that's not paid, overdue for more than 90 days already, I see quite a few. So I have to do something now. I can choose a few of the invoices with larger amounts. And then I can also put in a comment and say like, please pay ASAP. and then I can post, and then it will generate the dunning letter with my custom message in there, and I can take a look at the dunning letter generated, and then again send it out to customers by any of these apps. Let me go back to the slides. So the Sales Anywhere app is a regular app that runs on phones and tablets. Right now, we support Android version 5 or above, but we are actually working on an iOS version and plan to release the iOS version in the last quarter this year, together with Sales Anywhere version 2020. And then for compatibility, Sales Anywhere is compatible with Sage 300 2014 to 2019. Customers would need to purchase one extra LAN pack for Sales Anywhere to connect into Sage 300, but they only need one LAN pack regardless of the number of barcode users. And then a web server is required to be set up. We support Windows Server 2012 or above with Microsoft IIS as the web server. I have shown you just now was creating OE orders and invoices, but Sales Anywhere can actually work with AR standalone as well. When used with AR, users can create and generate AR invoices with the same simple process like the OE side I just showed, and they will be able to record payments as well as accessing using the dunning feature. So some of you might know there's another add-on module by AutoSimply called pricing. And this is a perfect add-on to pair it with Sales Anywhere. So if you add pricing to the system as well, users can set up unlimited number of discount levels for different customer and item group combinations. And then inside Sales Anywhere, discounts would be applied automatically. The discount calculation will be applied automatically when users are creating transactions inside Sales Anywhere. So for pricing, right now in IC and OE, there is a limitation of at most 5 volume discount levels, and also at most 5 customer types for discount purposes. And if the customer actually needs something a little bit more complicated, they probably would have set up multiple or many price lists for different customer item combinations. And if they use contract pricing, which is set up in a different area, that basically adds to the complexity to the whole situation. So with the pricing module, the goal is to actually simplify price list management with one single price list, one base price per item per currency, and then control pricing by setting up unlimited levels of volume discounts, and also discount schemes that's applied to different customer and item groups. And the user can also set up unlimited groups for customer and item as well. In Sage AR, right now, there's just one price for a single AR item. There's no concept of price list. There's no concept of discounting at all. But then with pricing, working with AR, it actually adds a concept of price list and discounts to AR. And then users can use AR standalone as full invoicing system. In the past, I think I talked to some partners. They think it's a less likely scenario, but we do have customers who actually use AR standalone without IC and OE, and they use Sales Anywhere to actually do invoicing through AR. So let me show you what happens if the company has the pricing module. Okay, let me switch to another company with the pricing module activated. Okay, so this company has pricing activated. If I go to sales to create a sales order and then select a customer, say Mr. Ronald Black again, and then I want to add items, I will just add one item so that it's more clear to see what's going on. So this particular item, you can see right now, the unit price is $59.99. So if I go in and change the quantity to 5. You can see on the left side, there's an automatic discount, 10% applied to this particular item. And now the unit price is $53.99. If I go into this line again, and then change it to 10, you can see a 20% discount applied with unit price $47.99. So you can see if with the pricing module, if the discount schemes are all set up in the system in the back end already, it's all automatic inside SalesAnywhere. The salesperson does not need to remember different discount schemes and then apply the discounts manually. Let me show you what's happening under the covers. So if I go into that particular company and then go into the pricing module, the volume discounts screen, the discounts are actually applied because I created a discount scheme for this particular customer 1200. If this customer buys any item that belongs to this item 1 group, discounts will be applied. So if I go into the discount details, I set up discounts like this, like if the customer buys 5 of these, there will be a 10% discount. And if the customer buys 10, there will be a 20% discount, etc. And you can see from this list, you can define more than 5 levels, basically a limited number of discount levels you can set up on the screen. And then if I look at this item 1 group, this item 1 group has a few items. They are basically the lighting products. So what this discount is saying is for this particular customer 1200, if he buys any item in any lighting products in this group, then he would get the discount schemes based on what I set up. So here in the volume discount screen, you can now easily set up like different combinations of discount schemes based on a particular customer or a group of customers or any customer buying different combinations of a single item, a group of item, or any item. So it's more like a matrix that you can set up using the screen. And just now I mentioned contract pricing is if you use this and then specify a discount scheme for a particular customer buying a particular item, discount applied would be the same as what contract pricing was doing inside OE. And then, but here you actually define the discount scheme in one place so that you do not need to maintain multiple price lists and then separately contract pricing in a different place. So that is the beauty of using the pricing module, and together with SalesAnywhere, it makes the salesperson's life a lot easier. And then it also applies to companies where they want to have fixed discount schemes so that salesperson cannot just like freely give discounts to customers. Everything is based on a policy or a discount policy that's already set up inside Sage 300. So that was a very quick overview of SalesAnywhere. It's pretty straightforward, basically enables a salesperson to create auto sales transactions when they are outside of the office. So now I want every one of you to actually try out SalesAnywhere yourself. It's very easy. Just go to Google Play and look for AutoSimply SalesAnywhere. Once you install the app without any configuration, the app would automatically connect to a cloud demo server we already set up, and you can log in right away with Edmund and then start trying out the app. And then if you want, you can also install the SalesAnywhere web service on a web server internally for your own testing. And you can just easily change the app settings to point to your own test server, and you can try it out and internally or demo it to customers. So that's it. If you have any questions on our products or would want to schedule a more detailed demo of anything, feel free to contact us. So I think now, thank you very much for joining.